Alrighty. Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode that we like to call That's Hot. I'm Ban Rosie.
And I'm Leah.
And girl, I missed you so
I missed you too, twin. How you been, girl?
I'm good. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, you guys only got me for a limited time only. But
Unfortunately.
this is a show where we discuss what is hot and what is not in this media, and we determine that. Now, what are we going to be talking about today?
Now, if you've been living under a rock and haven't heard about this whole TikTok ban thing,
Oh my goodness.
we're gonna catch you up.
Here we go again.
Now, I will admit, when TikTok did get banned for that short, 14 hours?
8 hours.
8 hours.
8
my bad.
hours.
I might have crashed out a little bit. I wasn't no tears or anything, but
There were some tears.
maybe a little bit. Maybe a little
Some
bit.
big tears.
But I definitely had an identity crisis. I was like, dang, what am I gonna do if I can't scroll on my phone at 2 o'clock in the morning?
I mean, unlike on you, of the people, I deleted it a week prior because
Okay, you think you're better than all of us.
I am.
You think
Because
you're better.
I'm just kidding. I am not. But I decided if the app was going to be deleted, I might as well delete it first. I'm not going to have it get the best of me. So I deleted it, and it's still deleted to this day. Thank you very
But
much.
is that by choice?
It is by choice.
You're telling me you haven't tried to re-download TikTok?
I have not. I
Why
have
are you
not.
lying? Why are you lying? Why are you lying?
I am not.
Now I know you tried to re-download TikTok, and you was a little heartbroken when you went on the App Store and didn't see it anymore. We know.
We're not going to talk about that.
We know. It's okay. It doesn't need to be talked about.
But can you tell the people why it was even banned in the first place?
Well, how do I say this without getting too political?
Policy alert.
Our president, yes, our president, initially had proposed this ban of TikTok because, news source.
There
Enough
was a lot of allegations that they were taking data from American citizens, and there was also a lot of allegations that U.S. companies wanted to buy TikTok and they were refusing to sell. So instead of letting the people have what they want, they decided to ban it, and people started to go on the internet saying how this was a problem from freedom of speech because people weren't able to say what they wanted and they had to resort to Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Red Note.
Ooh. Now that's a whole nother conversation that I would like to talk about.
Girl, this problem got so bad that even Mr. Beast was like, oh, I want to buy this. I could be a potential partner.
There were
Mr. Beast?
There were a lot of people who were up in the runnings for buying TikTok, and it even got so bad that people from TikTok were transferring over to an app called Red Note in order to still get their TikTok stimmy time. Now,
Guilty.
you downloaded it.
Guilty.
Now, we have an inside source, ladies and gentlemen, of somebody who went to the other side. Tell us, what was it like?
I felt like an imposter, honestly. I can't even lie. Like, everyone was so welcoming and warm. We loved them. I even started to learn Mandarin for a second.
I was going to say,
For a second.
How well is your Mandarin? Give me a word.
Girl. It was in my short-term memory. It's gone now.
Okay, well.
But if you go on my Duolingo, it still says Mandarin, and I can't
Yes.
delete it.
Well, for those who have downloaded Red Note and uninstalled TikTok, we hope that you're having fun on that app. Tell us how it is from a year from now, because it was trending on the App Store for a good minute.
And wasn't Red Note like Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, all those apps in one?
It's the best. It's the best bundle. The best bundle you gonna get in a minute. Okay, well, I'm just saying, for the people who still have TikTok, good for you. I hope you're having fun or whatever.
I am, and is.
For the people who have deleted it and are resorting to Instagram and Facebook, keep your chin up. Hopefully there will be a lift and you'll be able to get your TikTok back. And then for those Red Note refugees, keep an eye out and we'll be looking forward to seeing you again. Well, do you have anything that you would like to say?
If you're like me and you still have TikTok downloaded on your phone, then maybe you're going through tough times or you just need a little extra pocket change. I heard that GameStop is actually offering people hundreds of dollars with people that still have TikTok downloaded on your phone.
Oh, they want it real bad.
They want it real bad.
Oh, but I don't think any of these other companies can compete with the effect that TikTok has had on us.
I mean, I would get my $20,000.
Hey, it's money, especially
It's money.
It's money. But that is all that we have for today on an episode that we like to call That's Hot. Take care, Jayhawks. Bye.
All right. Now, it has been a while since I've been here on camera talking about sports here from MelaninMedia, but I am glad to be back. Now, today we have three major headlines of sports news that we want to talk about this week. The first one was our high school Kansas game of the week for basketball. Last Wednesday, we had Shawnee Mission West travel to Blue Valley West in Overland Park, Kansas, for a primetime matchup. Now, the game started off slow, but ultimately Blue Valley West prevailed 48-40. Now, our athlete of the week, Tate Miller, who is a dual sport athlete, dominates both in football and in basketball. Now, for the second headline, which most of you are excited about and will be watching this week, is the Super Bowl. Now, I don't think many of you guys share the same excitement as I have about the Chiefs being in the Super Bowl for the third year in a row. Now, once again, they are playing the Eagles, which obviously last time we won, and then last year we beat the 49ers. Now, personally, if you're a Chiefs fan out there, don't hate me. Personally, I love Saquon Barkley because he's my favorite running back in the league, and he always has been ever since he was on the Giants. He was just on a trash team with a horrible offensive line and a horrible organization. But now he's on the Eagles, and now he gets the chance to shine at the highest stage in the National Football League. Now, obviously, I'm taking the Chiefs to win. Final score, 44-38. Now, if Mahomes and the Chiefs win, that'd be a three-peat. And it is undeniable that if Mahomes wins this, he'd be second place for the GOAT conversation, obviously behind Tom Brady, who's won 7 Super Bowls. Now, before I move on to the next point, I'm going to address these bandwagon allegations. Now, first of all, if you're from Kansas City and you call other Chiefs fans bandwagon, you're either one of two things. You're a bum or you don't know ball. Now, listen, I have been a Chiefs fan since back when Andy Reid became the head coach, because that's honestly when I started watching football. And let me tell you, this is all before Mahomes came. 2013, we made the playoffs. We lost to Andrew Luck and the Colts in a heartbreaking fashion. We actually blew a lead, too, a huge one. 2014, we missed the playoffs. 2015, we started off 1-5. 1-5. Won I don't know how many games straight, but we ended up making the playoffs, beat the Houston Texans, which was our first playoff win in about, I think, 20-something years. The next year, 2016, I don't know if you guys remember, but it was a heartbreaking cold night when we played the Pittsburgh Steelers at home, and Eric Fisher was offsides, so we didn't win that game. Now, 2017, we lost to the Tennessee Titans, which was horrible. And that was the last year Alex Smith was the quarterback for the Chiefs. Obviously, that next year we got Mahomes in 2018. And obviously he was the MVP, threw for 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns. But unfortunately, we still lost to Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game at home because D4 was offsides. So that was years and years of heartbreak. But as a diehard Kansas City fan, I feel like it is only rewarding that since 2019, we have won how many Super Bowls? 3? So that's all I'm going to say for all you bandwagon allegation fans out there. Now, our last point for today. And I don't know how many of you guys are basketball or NBA nerds, but Luka and the Dallas Mavericks. Now, when I saw this notification, I was like, there's no way this is real. I had to ask like 10 people if this is real or not, which it was. It was. And I looked over ESPN, and it was real. Now, Luka was traded to the Mavericks, and AD was on the Lakers, and he was obviously traded to the Mavericks. Now, for people who don't understand basketball, I'm going to break it down like this. For people who understand the NFL, it'd be like the Bengals trading Joe Burrow to the Cowboys and trade for Micah Parsons. Trading your quarterback, trading your franchise player is something you just do not do. And if you don't know football, if you don't know ball, and you want to talk about this in a more music fashion, this will be like, who just won a Grammy? Album of the Year? Beyonce. This would be like trading Beyonce to Europe for Ed Sheeran. I'm going to leave it at that. Now, we are about to head to a break, and after the break, we'll be back with Slice of Insight.
National champions deserve a clean campus. Don't wait for other Jayhawks to pick up your mess. Keep the University of Kansas clean.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to MelaninMedia's Slice of Insight, where we will be leaving you with food for thought from Black history. I'm Wambui.
And I'm Kate.
Did you know that Jason Reynolds is an author? Reynolds was born in 1983 in Washington, D.C. Growing up, he didn't have an interest in reading or writing due to the lack of representation, until he found inspiration in Queen Latifah's album Black Rain. This sparked his interest in poetry. While attending the University of Maryland, Reynolds worked at a bookstore where he discovered writers like Zora Neale Hurston, Richard Wright, and Toni Morrison. In 2005, he graduated from the university with a bachelor's in English. Soon after, he published a book with his friend Jason Griffin titled My Name is Jason, Mine Too. After the release of the book, sales did not reach expected numbers. Reynolds had to take on other jobs to support himself. In 2014, he published his first young adult novel titled When I Was the Greatest. From that work, Reynolds won the John Steptoe New Talent Author Award. He published more books from the years of 2015 to 2019. By 2020, he was set to collaborate with author Ibram X. Kendi on the work stamped Racism, Anti-Racism, and You. In 2022, Reynolds and his friend Jason Griffin published Ain't Burned All the Bright, which revolved around Black life in America, particularly during the pandemic and the Black Lives Matter protests. In 2024, Reynolds published his first picture book titled There Was a Party for Langston. It received the Caldecott Honor from the American Library Association. In the same year, he was awarded the MacArthur Fellowship. To continue to keep up with his ventures, follow him on Instagram at JasonReynolds83.
Grace Bunbury was the first Black opera singer to perform at the Bayreuth Festival in Germany. Bunbury was born in 1937 in St. Louis, Missouri. At a young age, she became interested in music after attending Marian Anderson concerts. Through years of encouragement, she won a local radio contest at the age of 16. The prize was to perform at the Arthur Godfrey Talent Scout Show. Then Bunbury attended college at Boston University and Northwestern University, where she met Lot Lehman. Lehman invited Bunbury to study at the Music Academy of the West, where her gift was advanced. Through the help of Jacqueline Kennedy and the American Embassy in Paris, Bunbury made her debut as Amorous in a performance of Ida. By age 23, she was invited to audition in Bayreuth for a production of Tannhauser. Bunbury was cast to the role of Venus. Despite the backlash she received, her performance marked her as the first Black woman to perform at the Bayreuth Festival.
Thank you for tuning in to A Slice of Insight. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at MelaninMedia KU to keep up with us and find out more content from the show.
Have a great week, Jayhawks.